Good morning, Sunshine Crew. We are back, bright eyed, and ready to roll into another day. Today is Saturday, and the morning hits differently when it looks like this. The peak Pacific Northwest vibe in the morning. Um, there's something about it I just love. It just makes you feel like you want to grab a coffee and just kick off day with a little more positivity and let's get it done kind of attitude. So with that, let's jump into today. Come on. So quick morning update. Baby slept pretty well yesterday night, and so did we. We definitely had to wake up a few times just to kind of, feed him. But since 7 o'clock this morning, he has been sleeping. It's around 9 o'clock right now. So we're catching up on a lot of things we need to do today. It includes a few hot cup of teas and some breakfast that is being made right now. All right, it's time to make myself a smoothie. Right, I'm gonna pour my smoothie, and that's gonna be my breakfast. Perfect. So the baby's sleeping. We're gonna take this opportunity to quickly make ourselves some healthy meal for lunch. Today I'm gonna make a tofu spinach. We're gonna hopefully have it with a little bit of rice or some bread. So for that, we're gonna take a couple of tomatoes, ginger, half an onion should be enough, and maybe 5 or 6 pieces of garlic. Let's quickly chop them. Peeling garlic is probably the most boring part of the whole cooking process here. But I'm gonna finally chop this. We're gonna chop some onion. Same thing with the tomatoes. Same thing with the ginger. Now I'm gonna go ahead and saute these. We're gonna put some oil in this pan. Typically like to use this light taste olive oil from Costco. Does a pretty good job. When the oil is hot enough, I'm going to add some cumin seed. I'm going to take some coriander powder, add that in. There's some garam masala, Indian spices. I'm going to just add like half a spoon of that. Give it a good stir. And before it starts to burn, go ahead and add ginger, garlic, onion. Mix it for a few seconds. And add the tomatoes. Also gonna add some salt in this. It just helps with the cooking. Don't forget to stir it every minute or so. That way you can make sure that it's not burning at the bottom. At this point you can keep the flame at medium. You'll be able to tell when the onion is caramelized and tomatoes are, you can see they're halfway cooked. It's about time we turn the stove off. In the meantime, we're going to start boiling some water, and this is where we're going to cook the spinach. Onion and tomatoes are cooked now. I'm going to turn this off and let it cool down a little bit. Just want to make sure it's not stuck at the bottom. In the meantime, we're going to add some spinach. I would say maybe half a pound of it or so in boiling water. The goal is to cook the spinach in hot water, but not really cook it to a point where it starts changing its color. You see how light green it is? You don't want to make it like darker green. So don't overcook it. Maybe give it a couple minutes or so. That's all you need here. Yeah, spinach is ready. I'm gonna turn the knob off for this one too. And we're gonna let it sit to cool down a little bit. I'm going to stain the hot water from the spinach so it cools down a bit faster. This morning Shrey asked me a question, whether you believe in letting the baby cry itself to soothe and sleep, or you pick up and hug and calm him down kind of club. So then I realized there are actually two different tribes. One of them is the attachment avengers, who want to never put the baby down. They want to respond instantly, and they want to co-sleep and wear them like 24/7. Look, I get it, but again, you need some freedom. Being able to eat with both the hands definitely feels like a win. And then there is that other tribe, who's like, you let them sleep um, on their own, the sleep trained soldiers. So again, like, I see the logic, let them sleep. But again, like, when they start crying, I mean, it seems like the world is ending. And the whole like crying feels like it's soul stabbing, and you want to do something about it. Even dogs get anxious when the baby cries. I mean, we, our parents, definitely, we get really anxious when the baby cries, and we want to help out immediately. I think the real truth is, like, try to listen to your baby. You would definitely understand when he definitely needs you, and then there are times when they're just going to do some drama and will calm themselves down. If they're well fed, and if they're comfortable, most likely they're not going to cry that much. But again, I think it's a blend. If they are fed, if they're safe, if they're comfortable, if they're loved, I feel like that's the goal. And I feel like we should not really take a side and really have to choose one or the other. It's probably a combination of both. So that's my thoughts on that. And then we'll see how that evolves with our baby and our parenting with me and Shreya. Hopefully, it's a good blend of both. So it is time to now add the spinach and the onion and tomatoes thing that we had made and turn it into a thick paste. Let's do that now. You see this consistent thick paste. This is how you know this is ready for the next step. Now we're gonna chop the tofu into little cubes here. Okay, we have our tofus all chopped in small cubes. I like to quickly fry the tofu. I think just improve the flavor a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. I'm just gonna do that for another minute or so. And the very last step in this is to really add the spinach paste. Give it a good stir. And that is it. Our spinach tofu is now ready. I'm gonna help my wife sort all of her vitamins for the week. So this is for Saturday. Now I'm gonna do the same for rest of the days. So that's a wrap for today. We're at the dog park now, and today definitely was a little more challenging than we thought it would be. The baby did not sleep for the most part of the day, and we spent most of the time just kind of trying to feed him properly, and just kind of trying to keep him from crying the whole time. Other than that, we were gonna go get him weighed today, but you know, somehow we didn't do that, so we ended up ordering something from Amazon. It's like a weigh machine that will give us a weight for him. It does look like he grew a lot in last 12 days or so, but I just want to double check by weighing him to see if he actually did. So with that, I feel like it's, you know, definitely as he's, you know, growing bigger, he's becoming more demanding. He's sleeping a little less than he was before, and he constantly needs our attention. He's starting to open his eyes a little more, which is very cute. So yeah, that is it for today. If you're still watching this, then thank you for tagging along. Hopefully you had a great day as well and didn't spill anything on yourself, just like me. So with that, you know, leave a comment, like the video, and please subscribe. That way you get a notifications for whenever the next episode is going to be out. Till then, have a good night.